Holiday 101 is presented by Coast 360 Federal Credit Union.
Half a day, everybody. Holiday 101 for you this week, and I am joined by Mary Frigger, Dr. Mary Frigger here at the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center. Now, Doc, you have dressed the part of Mrs. Claus, but you know, both of you, wonderful women, do so much for the global community, but the only difference between you and Mrs. Claus, you also want to make sure that the holidays are a very festive time and a very peaceful time, and people are at peace mentally. Yeah. So thank you for having me here today, and we're going to talk about anxiety, which I know I've covered for the last couple of years. Mental health in general is much more broad than I knew when I was a youngster, and probably when you were studying the discipline. But anxiety too is very widely defined. You've got positive anxiety, like, you know, am I going to pick my incoming relatives up at the airport on time? Can I get my shopping done on time? What am I bringing to the office party? And then you've got the other types of anxiety, like, you know, you've got financial issues, marital issues, and everything, which really compound this time of year. So I know you've got a wonderful acronym for us, which really drives home the concept of peace.
So, hello, half a day. I am Dr. Mary Catherine Frigger, a licensed clinical psychologist, and I work here at Guam Behavioral Health. Guam Behavioral Health has some wellness tips for you to get through the holidays. There is a sense of energy in the air. The kids are all excited about Santa Claus bringing that special gift. We've got moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas going around the island, shopping, getting things ready. Families are getting ready for the novena, the 9 days prayers for the Christ child.
Setting up the Belen,
putting
the lights up.
Yeah, don't have enough lumut and the lights don't work.
Oh, that's peer pressure right there.
Yeah.
This is a very festive time, but also there is a lot of pressure, as you just said.
Yeah.
How do we actually cope with that?
Well, one of the ways that you cope is I've come up with a 5-step wellness tip for you based on the word peace. And taken from the research from positive psychology, one of the coping strategies is beginning with the letter P. On the letter P, we want you to try this technique we teach our patients in therapy. It's called practicing the pause. And when somebody's coming up to you and says, hey, can you bring another bucket of chicken or something? What you can do is practice the pause, take a deep breath, and then decide if you do want to bring an extra bucket of chicken.
So just kind of slow down in general. Okay.
So if you're trying to find a parking space at Kmart or you're in the long line at Ross, you're getting frustrated, you're looking at your time, practice the pause. Take a pause, take a break, take a mental
And I
illness.
think like most business majors would say, like the underlying sentiment to that is I would rather have a slow no than a fast yes.
That's right.
Kind of like, you know, like take things into, you know, into consideration and, you know, just relax a little bit. We live on an island. Like,
Slow down. Yeah.
There you go.
So the second tip that we have for you with having peace for the holidays is starting with the letter E. One of the things we want you to think about is keep your expectations realistic, okay? And communicate your expectations with your loved ones. You need to make room and space to acknowledge and experience many of the emotions, the happy emotions, but maybe not so much happy emotions. Many of our loved ones this holiday season are actually suffering from loneliness and might be depressed, in addition to feeling anxious and trying to get everything done. So share your thoughts with a trusted friend or write down your thoughts and feelings in a journal. You can also call our hotline at 988 and you can talk to people. Even if you're not suicidal, you can just call us and we have a friend for you.
988 works, everybody. That number has been up for a while, and they have wonderful people here who are available whenever you need it.
Yeah. The third tip we have starts with the letter A when we want you to have peace for the holidays. And that is to accept that the holiday activities will change your daily routine. Kids, you and the kids are staying up later, you know, you're running around, you're eating more treats, you're drinking more sugary sodas and things like that. Accept the fact that the kids will act up a little bit because of all the excitement. Accept the fact that you're going to feel tired and overwhelmed. Once you acknowledge and accept these daily routines will be changing for the next couple of weeks, you will do better.
Could A also stand for anticipate? Because like you're saying, you know the kids are going to be home from school, you know they're going to be all antsy, and okay.
And what are we all going to do with parents? they're all going to want to be on the phone. They're going to want to be on their tablet. So you pick and choose your battles with your kids. Okay? The fourth tip to have a peaceful Christmas holidays begins with the letter C. We tend to overspend during the holidays, so choose to set a budget now to prevent the January money worries. Another tip is to choose your battles carefully. When we get together for the holidays, sometimes it can trigger some old hurts and conflicts. Choose your battles. Here's an example. Is it really that important that the red rice come before the mashed potatoes on the buffet line?
That's a great analogy. That's a great example. And yet, this is the one thing that will set some people off, depending what generation you were born in.
Yeah. Well, no. Now what is put it the red rice where? So choose your battles. It's really not that important, right? Finally, the fifth tip for peaceful holidays begins with the letter E. I want you to tell yourself that you are good enough. You are. Say it to yourself, I'm good enough. If you need to talk to somebody during the holidays, you can call Guam Behavioral Health at 988. We never close. We never close. We're open 24/7, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Here at Guam Behavioral and Wellness Center, we want you to have a peaceful holidays. Practice the 5 peaceful tips that we gave you, and happy holidays.
So let's recap real quick again, Doc. Okay, so letter P.
Practicing the pause.
E.
E is have realistic expectations.
There you go.
A is, I was saying, anticipate, but also accept.
Anticipate and accept. C is choose your battles, make choices, and then live with your choices. And E, you're good enough.
All right, Dr. Mary Ferger and our wonderful team here at Jibwick, making sure that we all have a happy holiday season. And the one thing, Doc, that I say all of us need right now, not just on Guam, but in the world, peace.
Holiday 101 is presented by Coast 360 Federal Credit Union.